2 days from now, I have to get on a flight to Rio de Janeiro to spend 2 weeks in South America. And this means it's time to start thinking about what I'm bringing and how I'm bringing it. Now, I did a month in Asia last year out of one backpack. And since then, I've just been trying to refine this whole process. And I finally got it down pretty well. So today, we're gonna be covering everything that I am bringing for 2 weeks in South America. Now, first thing we need to talk about, and maybe the most important, is bags. When you think about travel and you think about bags, you might think about one of these. Now, here's the thing about luggage. I hate luggage. It does not work for what I need it for. It might be great if you go from home to a hotel, you can leave all of your stuff in the hotel for the duration of your stay, and then you go immediately from a hotel back home. But they're cumbersome. They're not really meant to be carried or even moved around outside of an airport or a hotel hallway. I feel like unless you go really expensive on luggage, the wheels break all the time. They suck. And oh shit, see, they suck. And honestly, anything you can do with those, you can do plus more with the travel bag like this one. This is actually the bag that got me through Asia last year, so let's talk about it. This is the Osprey Farpoint 55 liter. If you want a travel bag, this is my recommendation. This will get anything that you want done. And I like it for two reasons. Number one, it is comfortable. This thing is huge. And even full with the straps in the back and the hip support, this thing feels great. You can wear it for a long time. You don't feel the weight. And that is the perk of a travel bag over that stupid little rectangle on wheels. Reason number two I like this bad boy is this. This is actually the second half of the bag, which zips off into a day pack with its own straps. I actually wear this when I go snowboarding. This is a great little backpack on its own. But in combination with the bigger 40 liter main pack, this thing is a beast. So I can zip this guy off to be my personal item, and I can use that guy as a duffel and put it in the overhead space on a plane. No problem, no need to waste money checking bags. Super easy to carry around, holds a whole lot of stuff. This thing's great. If you need a travel bag, an all-around travel bag, get one of these. That's my recommendation. With that said, we're making some changes this time around. I have slightly more and larger camera gear than I did last time around. So instead of the day pack that attaches to the Osprey, we're gonna be carrying this guy. This is the North Face Recon 30 liter. And this guy will be housing all my camera gear, all my tech stuff, everything that's not clothes for the most part. Now, the day pack for the Osprey is 15 liters. This guy is twice the size, so I can carry a lot more stuff. Also super comfortable. It's got waist straps. The straps are super thick, super comfortable. Carry a whole lot in this bad boy as well. And I mentioned it in the last video, but North Face just makes good shit. So honestly excited to be carrying this bad boy. Should be a little bit less pressed for space this time around because we were definitely getting close in Asia. But regardless, to my one bag fans out there, you can get by certainly with just the Osprey 55 liter. Now there's a few different containers that kind of go into this thing, keep everything organized. These, for those of you that are unaware, are packing cubes. I got these from IKEA. These were like $3, but basically just little separate, they zip up into cubes. Who would have fucking thought? Put your clothes in these, keep everything separate, so that way if you're looking for a pair of socks, you don't have to dig through 7 piles of fucking shorts and underwear. Keeps everything organized, keeps things pretty compact, especially when you're limited to one, or in this case, 2 bags. Very worth the, I think, literally $3 that I spent on these bad boys. Next, one of these little toiletry, I don't even know what you call these little carriers. You put like your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your deodorant, all that good shit in here. Keeps it organized, just like the packing cubes. Finally, talked about this in the last video, but if you are carrying tech, camera gear, specifically in this case, this is the Temba BYOB. This is the 9. There's a few different sizes. I think it's 7, 9, 10, 13, something like that. I don't know. Super simple. It's got these inserts in here, so you can put camera, whole kit here, chargers, maybe an extra lens, whatever you need to fit in here, you can fit in here. It's got a little zip up for cables and stuff like that as well. And this can turn any backpack, for example, this guy, which in this case it will be, into a camera backpack. Because if you've seen dedicated camera bags, they usually have these inserts built into them for organizing camera gear and stuff like that. Now you can turn any bag you really want to into one. Also, there is a backpack insert version and just the normal camera insert version. This is the backpack version. Really the only difference I could tell is where the zipper is. This one's a little more on the top, so you can access it from reaching into a backpack, and it's got this little fold down flap so you can grab your camera, again, in a top loaded backpack. Speaking of camera gear, let's talk about all the shit that I am bringing. Number one, the big hoss, the main character of the show, what you are inside right now, the Sony a7S III. That is my main workhorse. It has been for almost a year now, I think. And this thing is a fucking beast. So again, no surprise, gonna be in the back. Number two, we have the Osmo Pocket 3. I've talked about this before. Sometimes this is just a little bit much to pick up and aim at myself or aim at my friends. So this guy can go in my pocket, it can go anywhere. It is so easy just to open up, flip open, and it's ready to go in like a couple of seconds. So has to come with, we'll even show you exactly what we're looking at here. That's you guys, say hi. So the Pocket 3 going to be coming for sure. This is a great little camera. Next, we have the Osmo Action 4. This is my version of a GoPro, and by mine I mean DJI's version of a GoPro. Brought this guy to Asia as well. Take this guy snowboarding. This thing's a beast. Super good low light, super good colors. I'm taking this over a GoPro any day of the week, but especially for this trip, we got some things planned that this bad boy is gonna come in clutch for. So excited to see what we can get on this. Lastly, we have the DJI Air 3, which I showed you again in the last video. Yeah, it's a new one. I didn't bring a drone on the last trip. Hunter was on drone duty for sure in Asia. So we'll see what it's like carrying that. But I did also show you guys this carrying case that we got for that. This will keep things a little bit more compact as opposed to the regular DJI drone case that comes with the drone. The controller and battery pack can go into pockets on the North Face bag. So this should work out a little bit better, kind of keep from using too much space in the main compartment of this backpack. Now, obviously, we need a way to charge all the cameras, all the batteries, everything like that. So moving on, just the general tech. Now, the most helpful thing I could possibly tell you to buy is one of these. This is a GAN, G-A-N charger. I don't know what the hell that stands for. It's some kind of chemistry, I don't understand. Either way, these are very high powered, very compact charging bricks, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're carrying around batteries that need to be fast charged, cameras, laptops, things like that need to be charged up as quickly as possible, this is a lifesaver, and it's so small. I think this is a 60-watt charger, which if you look up a normal sized Apple 60-watt charger, it is huge. It is a giant brick, and this thing is way smaller. I can charge my laptop directly off of this. I can charge multiple cameras at once, my phone, anything that needs to be charged can be charged off this quickly, easily. Obviously, we got a whole bunch of cables. I have USB-C cables out the fucking wazoo when I travel. Biggest life hack I can give you for that, the biggest life hack for me, is these things. This is literally just a Velcro little strap that goes on all your cables. And so what you can do is wrap these guys up and wrap the Velcro around them, and it keeps them a lot more compact and organized, and it keeps them from tangling up with each other every 2 seconds. And you go in to reach in for one cable and you pull up 5, super easy. Velcro, super helpful. Next thing, when I want to trip, I want the peace of mind of knowing that the footage that I am getting is in multiple places. So I actually buy SSDs for each one of these trips, external SSDs. Not super cheap, but you can reuse these if you want to dump things onto an external server when you get home or something like that. But every night you can take what's on your SD cards on your camera, you can put them on an SSD, you can put them on a second SD card, and make sure you have multiple copies, because you just never know if you're gonna lose something, or something's gonna get stolen, or drives are gonna fail. You just never know. And having multiple copies of my footage is priceless to me, because when it comes down to it, losing gear and personal property would suck, but it wouldn't honestly suck as bad as losing the memories that live on these things. So SSDs, big one for me. Now, we're finally getting into the fun stuff. This is a Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. And what that is, it's a little gaming device, and you can load your legally acquired games onto this thing for a variety of different systems. Super cool for those of you that have been here for a long time, since the birth of this channel. You remember when I went to Asia, I had something very similar, and that was this guy. That is the Mayu Mini Plus. I think Hunter's taking this guy over for this trip. I don't know, but we've upgraded a little bit, and it may seem like an unnecessary carry, unnecessary weight, unnecessary thought of things to bring with you and batteries to charge, but honestly, when you're sitting on a 13-hour flight to Seoul, or you're sitting on a 10-hour flight to Rio, or a 10-hour flight from Rio to Lima, having something like this can pull you away from the downloaded movies or the airline movies or just listening to music. It just keeps you entertained on long flights, and that is honestly priceless. Not to mention, this thing is not that big. It is really about the size of a somewhat larger phone, and it's worth it, in my opinion. And it's fun. Just have fun. Right. Tech. Done. Check. What else are we bringing? Clothing. Right. Yeah, so we're going to be a bit all over the place. I mean, it is the Southern Hemisphere, so it is summer down there. The issue is we are also going to be in the Andes Mountains at 15 plus, 17 plus thousand feet. So it will be cold at certain parts, and we will also be hiking. So that brings a whole nother thought. For me, what I am bringing, probably about 5 or 6 t-shirts, probably about 4 or 5 pairs of shorts, a pair of hiking pants, a pair of hiking boots, hat, and sunglasses. And that's really it. Obviously, underwear, socks, make sure you got enough. I usually overpack in the underwear, like I'm gonna ship my pants twice a day, but it's just how it goes. It's small, it's compact. And again, this is really gonna vary a lot depending on where you're going, if this is something that you are trying to figure out for yourself. But in this case, gotta dress warm, gotta dress cold. Gotta dress for the warm, gotta dress for the cold, if that makes sense. So, gonna take up a little extra space, also more justification for the reason that I'm bringing the second bag instead of just the Osprey this time. So yeah, clothes, fun stuff. Other than that, there are some things that I do not travel without. Number one being a notebook and a pen, which I have around here somewhere, but regardless, a notebook and a pen. This one, I have a million notebooks. They're lying all over my room, to be honest with you. They're in all my bags, but this one specifically is for my travels. It even says it very clearly right there. You see that? And it's even got a little note in here from somebody that we met in our first day in Thailand that was giving us directions and a whole itinerary for the day, so kind of cool. And I'll keep little stuff like that in here. But more than that, one piece of advice that I got from a family member when I was young is that when you travel, you should write down the things that you do, the places that you go, and the mentality that you've had. And I've tried to adhere to that. So usually in the airports when I'm flying somewhere, I'll sit down and I'll write about the things that I saw, the things I learned, the things I felt when I was the places that I was. At the time, to be honest, it kind of sucks. I don't love writing and it seems like a bit of a hassle, but give me some whiskey in an airport lounge and a pen and some quiet time and I will start to write. And looking back on it, it is well worth it for me. I was reading through these the other day, getting ready to pack this up for this trip, and it's cool looking back for sure. And the older I get, the more removed that I get from these trips, I'm sure I'll start to appreciate it even more. So, a notebook, a great thing to bring. Next, where is it? Playing cards. Maybe this seems stupid. This probably isn't for everyone, but super cheap, super compact. This isn't taking up space that I really need. Bring to a hostel, make some friends, play some cards. It's a good time. Next, obviously you can't go anywhere without a box of drugs. And by drugs, I mean pharmaceuticals. And by pharmaceuticals, I mean over-the-counter medications in case your tummy hurts while you're gone on your trip. No, this is literally just a pill box. Would definitely recommend this. You never know when you're gonna be somewhere without a pharmacy at hand. So I got Tylenol, Advil, whatever this Realist stuff is, not really sure what that is, Imodium. And then usually when I go on trips, I do get some like antibiotics from the doctor, and I'll put those in here as well. But anything you might need, if you got allergies, I don't know, some Zyrtec or something in here, maybe. Tums, great as well. Eating strange food and drinking strange water, you never know. Yeah, anything you think of, this definitely doesn't hurt to have. Honestly, a first aid kit in general, probably not a bad idea to have too. Because again, you never know where you're gonna be when you're gonna need things like that. So definitely doesn't hurt to have it on you. Nice. Lastly, I think I actually mentioned this earlier, but sunglasses. Sunglasses are huge, come on. You can wear these to the beach, you can wear these to the club, you can wear these to a wedding, I don't know, a bar at night, a restaurant. They're just, you never know when you're gonna need them or want them. They look sick. Look at me. I buy super cheap sunglasses, by the way. These are from AliExpress, and I think they were literally $1, maybe $2 per pair. So I just buy like 4 pairs at a time. And yeah, bring them with you. Bring your cheap sunglasses because you might lose them or break them or whatever, and traveling, it can be a mess. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything I'm bringing. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Long story short, fuck luggage. Get yourself a travel bag. And for me, going on trips like this and bringing the gear that I do, figuring out the best way to pack these things and carry these things has been instrumental in the success that I've had doing this. I use the same system to go to Montana, Utah, Italy, Asia, and now South America. There's got to be other trips in there. South Carolina. Yeah, I don't know. It works pretty much no matter the duration of your stay, unless you're going to live there. You can figure out a way to pack light enough for this. I guess final tip from Mama Kitsako's, one thing she's always said is pack the things that you know you need: passport, ID, medication, and anything else realistically. If you need it, you can buy it wherever you go. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you're seeing this, I am in Brazil getting some sick shots of all the dope stuff to see. And I'm excited to show you it all when I get back. I guess maybe I'll leave a comment or something when I get back, let you know exactly how this went. Maybe it was a disaster. Maybe I forgot everything I needed and didn't pack enough underwear to shit my pants twice a day. But hopefully it will be good. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all bring. Let me know what your necessities are when you're traveling down below in the comment section. And I will catch you upon our return in the next one. Peace.